They've read a book and want to talk about it. It's the Izzie and Coco Book Review Show.
Hello and welcome to the Izzie and Coco Book Review Show. I am Coco.
And I'm Izzie.
Today we'll be reviewing The Queen of the Tearling by Erica Johansson.
Queen of the Tearling is a fantasy book about this 19-year-old girl that's been secluded and been living with her parents this whole time, interaction with no other people. The reason is that she's the Queen of the Tearling, which the reason is that for her protection, all the kings and queens are known to get assassinated. So for her own protection, she's been tucked away, and this is of how she takes over the throne and how she rules.
Okay. I love this book. I was reading on Goodreads some reviews that they didn't like it, but I loved this book.
I liked it. I think I gave it 5 stars. On Goodreads. I didn't realize I have something red on my finger. But I really liked it, and I read it right after reading Uprooted, and I really liked Uprooted, but after this one I felt like it was a faster pace, more stuff was going on, a little bit more action. I didn't realize how Uprooted was a really good book, but it was a little slower.
Yeah.
But I still hung on to it because it's really good. Great book, lots of action, has potential, and it looks like it's a trilogy. I think the second book just came out, so I can't wait to read Invasion of the Tearling.
Okay, so we definitely recommend this book, so go check it out if you haven't read it, because we are going to be talking about things that happen in the book. So spoiler alert, stop here if you haven't read the book and come back for the rest of the review. What I liked the most about this book was that the main character, Kelsia, was a kick-ass queen.
Yes.
She was faced with ultimate evil because in the neighboring kingdom it was the Queen Mort, which she was a terrible witch.
Yeah, the Red Witch.
She was a red witch who would sacrifice children to the Dark Lord to give her power. And she enslaved all of her people, and she was just a horrible person, but she had more technology, so she had metal and iron, and she could make weapons when Kelsia's kingdom only had wood. So if they were to get invaded,
which they had been before, that's why they had a treaty that they were going to get annihilated. And the treaty was the previous queen, her mom, stopped the war by saying that every so months they send them like 300 of their people as slaves.
Mm-hmm. So when it's her turn at 19, she takes over the throne. Mm-hmm. First, she has to kick out of the kingdom her uncle who's been like just leeching whatever he can out of the kingdom and working with the Red Queen. And then she has to make all of these decisions, and she only goes by what her governess taught her.
Her guardians
in her seclusion, which they kept teaching her history and whatever.
And politics, and to be a fair queen. And the queen before, her mom, was very vain. So everybody's really surprised. This poor girl is very plain, like almost on the ugly side.
Yeah, okay.
But that's really interesting. I like it. She's not the usual, she's so beautiful queen. They make a big deal about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, also, she's very headstrong, and she's making some tough, important decisions, and she's not taking any crap from anybody.
Yeah, so as soon as she gets like rescued from the cottage, and she's said, okay, you're a queen now, and she arrives at the city where she's going to be the queen, she sees like this line of people who are getting put in cages to be shipped away.
Yeah.
And
all the family crying, and there's kids, and the moms are.
And her immediate decision was, I'm going to stop this,
Yeah.
And as a reader, I was like, holy crap, there are consequences to stopping this.
Yes.
You can't just stop this and hope that, we knew as the reader that like all this hell was coming if she did that. But she just kept making decisions based on what was right,
for her people,
for the entire kingdom, not just for herself. Yeah. So I really liked that. It was like very self-righteous book, and I don't know. I like stories where the main character is very, goes by what's right, and they're very strong, and she kicked ass. So that's what I liked the most about this book.
Yeah, it was really good read. Lots of action too, and she's not as kick-ass as physically. She does start taking like some lessons, and she needs to. She can defend herself with a knife, but she's not like a ninja or
she's not a warrior.
She's not a warrior. It's more.
But she's
up here.
kick-ass. Not only does she have the brains to do whatever it is that she needs to do, but also she's like strong-willed. Like she gets hurt a lot. Like they stab her,
and she keeps going.
And she's like, no, I have to. You know, whatever needs to get done needs to get done, and I have to risk my life. I have to risk my life. It was cool.
And it's really interesting how she is creating the loyalty of the people that are with her. Like, first of all those people are going to get shipped from their family. Like, they adore her. So she's creating a really loyal, not fan base, but kingdom, I guess. People. Really loyal people around her. So it's really...
And also the book has a bunch of awesome characters.
Yeah.
Like the way the author develops the characters is really cool. She develops the captain of her king guard, Mace, which she calls Lazarus.
Yes.
He's like, everyone in the kingdom, in hers and in all the land know that he is so kick-ass that everyone is scared of him, you know? And he's also funny, and he's also witty, so that's cool. And the other interesting thing about this book is that it seems like it's set in medieval times because there's no technology.
It seems like a straight up fantasy.
Yeah, people riding horses.
And there's magic.
There's kings and queens and peasants and, you know, that whole thing. But it turns out that this book is set in the future. Yeah. Which I was like, what?
So they passed the era where there was technology. There was ebooks are mentioned. I think even video games.
They don't really mention what was that happened. But there was like an exodus of people, and they went back to the Dark Ages.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really interesting because they mentioned the Harry Potter books in this book, and it seems like it's set in medieval times, but it's not. So I don't know. I like that. Some people are very upset about that.
Yeah.
But I really like that
because it's very subtle. It's only hints here and there. Otherwise, you wouldn't notice.
Otherwise, it's set in medieval times.
Kind of throws you off a little bit. But it's like, I'm going with it. It's kind of right.
And every once in a while they're like, has plastic surgery been developed again? Like in this time, in this world? And they're like, no, not yet. Or something like that. Like, oh, okay. So I don't know. I really like this book. I definitely recommend it. I even prefer it over the Uprooted by Naomi Novik.
Yeah.
So I definitely recommend this book.
Yes.
What about you?
No, yeah, definitely. I think I give it 5 stars. It was like it kept me entertained the whole time. I couldn't wait to read
to see what happened.
Yes,
because also all the odds are stacked against her.
Yes,
and you're like, yes, you're doing the right thing, but how is this gonna work out for you?
Yeah, because
to be fair, this book it's just like everything magically works out for her. Like her stones. Do some magic to work out.
The stone, that's the cop-out. Right.
And not only that, the Red Queen, which is supposed to come and like beat the crap out of her, is like her Dark Lord tells her, oh, leave her alone.
Oh, that's kind of scary.
Like, what?
That means he's gonna come and attack her instead.
And then you think, is that the dad?
Ew!
Oh, who knows?
Yeah, the whole time you don't know who the dad is. It's a secret, so...
Oh, that also reminds me of her love interest. We didn't talk about that.
That's very interesting character.
Yeah, she has a massive crush on this guy. There really isn't a romantic story in this book.
They barely see each other. He just saved her once.
And you could tell that the guy respects her, but there isn't any...
No, not in his part.
Right. Or it doesn't seem so.
Plus, there is... You don't know if he can be her father too, which would be weird.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because that's a possibility too. Nobody knows who the dad is.
That's true. Well, I guess we'll find out. Probably won't find out in the second book either.
I hope so. But recommended. Great read. It was quick. I felt like it was, and
it's actually a long book, but it
goes by fast. Yeah.
So definitely go check it out. If you have any comments about this book or anything else, email us at books@dapperanimals.com.
And enjoy.
See you soon.
Good readings.